Coming up next, it's a UFC light heavyweight division collision. Prelims, no more. Here he is making his way to the octagon. This is the first time in his UFC career he has worked his way to the main card. He has strung together some wins, looking at the rankings, and this guy appears like he belongs. A lot more eyeballs on him tonight. The audience is bigger. His popularity has grown leaps and bounds. We'll see if he can handle that pressure and perform the way he has that led to this main card slot here tonight. Well, he is one of the more accomplished judokas to ever cross into the UFC. So many different trips and takedowns in his arsenal. His opponent says he's done the right work. We'll see how it goes tonight.
But how do you prepare for someone that has accomplished so much outside of the UFC? You cannot bring a partner in there that understands the game as he has. Because if you grab a judo guy and bring him in there, he's doing just judo. This guy is applying judo to mixed martial arts. He's not just doing judo in his approach to fighting. You got to worry about the punches. You got to worry about the kicks. And the moment you start defending those, here comes those foot sweeps. Here comes those headlocks. Here comes those arm spins. There are just a number of ways for him to get you on the ground and put you in danger.
And at least to this point, he has been an absolute master at putting all those skills together on the biggest stage in the sport. And now our tale of the tape for this light heavyweight fight. So a more than 5-year gap between these two fighters when it comes to the age. Some differences in height and reach as well. Here's Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this fight is 3 rounds in the UFC light heavyweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, a jiu-jitsu fighter holding a professional record of 10 wins, no losses. He stands 6 feet tall, weighing in at 205 pounds. Fighting out of Toronto, Ontario, Canada, Davies. And now introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, a judo wrestler holding a professional record of 15 wins, 8 losses. He stands 6 feet 3 inches tall, weighing in at 205 pounds. Fighting out of Toronto, Ontario, Canada, Misha Sarkunov. And when the action begins, our referee in charge of the octagon is Dan Mergliata.
Dan Mergliata.
You ready? You ready?
All right, round 1 underway here. This will be his first fight on the main card, so that bears watching here tonight. There's no denying just how successful he's been on the prelims, but now on the main card for the first time, undeniably the highest profile opponent and the best fighter he will have ever faced. We'll see if he can get off to a good start tonight. Oh, that's going to soften him up massively. Oh!
Dude's hurt. Serve him up. Go get him.
So holding on to him here, not doing a ton, perhaps just looking to recover. Stuffs that takedown attempt without issue. Sarkunov gets caught with that punch. His chin is held up thus far. Got to shore up the defense here, though. Oh!
Oh, he's hurt bad. He's hurt bad, John. He's got to press him. He's got to go chase that finish down now.
Huge right hand!
Now look at him jumping in to try to get the finish. Oh, nice. Oh!
He might get a finish here. And this might just be a matter of time. The tap and a violent run at that, and you get a false sense of security messing around with this guy on the ground. He's got submissions from everywhere, goes to the heel hook well tonight.
Beautiful finish by this jiu-jitsu ace. He went right for the top position into that heel hook and got the finish.
All right, let's take a look back at the replay as he gets it done by submission tonight, champ.
Just watch how slowly he approaches the submission, though. He never rushes. He takes his time, but it's his trickiness. It's his ability to trick people into going to the floor with him that puts them in danger and finishing fights.
So there he is, your winner by submission, and that's exactly how you put the rest of this division on notice. Looks like this guy could be a factor moving forward in this division.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Dan Mergliata has called a stop to this contest at 2 minutes, 41 seconds of the very first round. Declaring the winner by tap out, Davey!
Well, what an incredible result here tonight as you see the winner there celebrating his victory by way of submission, and they put so much stock into finishing this fight. They felt like to really spin his career forward, they needed to not just win, but get the finish, and they certainly got it tonight.
They got the finish. He's such a terrific grappler. Every time he is on his back, he looks for submissions over and over again. Eventually, he found one tonight and got the desired result.
All right, coming up next, it's a UFC light heavyweight division collision. Well, no longer just a Muay Thai practitioner, he has become one of the better strikers in this division, and he does not discriminate, champ, whether it's kicks, knees, punches, elbows. He throws the kitchen sink your way.
Oh, yeah, he's throwing everything at you when he comes in that classic Muay Thai stance. He's really high on the toes. He's moving up and down. That back knee's always bouncing. Just letting you know, if you try to attack him, he will load that knee up and he will hit you. And the moment he drives that knee into your midsection, when you start to back out, you got to watch the right elbow coming over the top. And when you fade, he will grab you in that Muay Thai clinch. He'll start to shift position, drive knees into the body, knees into the legs. It's just constant brutality. This is one of the most dominant and most aggressive forms of striking in the UFC.
All right, so here he is, one of the better offensive takedown guys we have in the UFC, DC, and if anyone is well-equipped to speak to this, it is you. The opponent knows what's coming. At least to this point in the UFC, no one's been able to stop him.
He just has to keep him away, because the moment this guy gets close enough to either grab a leg or make body contact, now you're in trouble. He has a knowledge and an understanding of position from a lifetime of just all grappling, judo, wrestling, sambo. He does it all, and he has just so many ways to get you to the floor. This guy once told me that if you can get your leg, he's going to finish. Because he's going to give you so many things to think about, you will not be able to process and keep up with him, and eventually you're on the mat. It's unbelievable to watch him apply that knowledge to the mixed martial arts fights.
And as the wrestlers say, this is not a guy you want anywhere near your bracket.
No, you don't want him in the bracket.
Ladies and gentlemen, this fight is 3 rounds in the UFC light heavyweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. This man is a Muay Thai kickboxer holding a professional record of 29 wins, 14 losses, and 1 draw. He stands 6 feet 1 inch tall, weighing in at 205 pounds. Fighting out of Curitiba, Brazil, Mauricio Shogun Hua! And now introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, a jiu-jitsu fighter holding a professional record of 11 wins, no losses. He stands 6 feet tall, weighing in at 205 pounds. Fighting out of Toronto, Ontario, Canada, Davies. And when the action begins, our referee in charge, Yves Lavigne.
The veteran Yves Lavigne draws the assignment here.
You ready?
All right, here we go with round 1. No denying the momentum that this young man brings to the table here tonight. He is, whoa! Big knee there.
You got him.
Single collar tie now.
Oh, he's in trouble. He's hurt bad. Oh, look at him jumping in to try to get the finish.
A lot of top pressure being applied here as he works out of side control. If you're the bottom fighter, DC, what do?
You got to move. You got to shrimp. You got to get up on a hip to try to move your opponent off of you or pull him down to close the space.
Oh, nice work from the bottom. Tags him with
He
the
got his
punch.
foot on the hip, and now he's throwing up a triangle attempt. He's going to try to move his left arm across to get pressure on the choke. Watch triangle, watch triangle. There he is. He's moving to the finisher position. Now watch, he goes parallel, right next to his opponent. Oh, now he's in trouble.
Yeah, that is high-level grappling right there as he gets the win tonight here by way of submission, and he bided his time there. He stayed patient, waited for an opening, and then when it was there, he certainly capitalized to get the tap here tonight. All right, let's take a look back at the replay as he gets it done by submission tonight, champ.
He was able to get the fight to the ground exactly where he wanted it. Eventually, his opponent gave him an opportunity to get a submission. He did that, and he should be very proud of the work he did tonight in the octagon.
So a seminal moment for this fighter here tonight as he gets the win by submission. Huge victory in his career, and it'll be very interesting to see how they matchmake him moving forward.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Yves Levine has called a stop to this contest at 2 minutes, 3 seconds of the very first round. Declaring the winner by tap out, Davey!
Well, what an incredible result here tonight as you see the winner there celebrating his victory by way of submission, and they put so much stock into finishing this fight. They felt like to really spin his career forward, they needed to not just win but get the finish, and they certainly got it tonight.
They got the finish. He's such a terrific grappler. Every time he is on his back, he looks for submissions over and over again. Eventually, he found one tonight and got the desired result.
All right, coming up next is the UFC light heavyweight division collision. Well, pretty much every time out in the UFC, DC, this man has put on a striking clinic, and that is his methodology coming in here tonight. He'll try to keep the fight on the feet.
And that's why we tune in, right? That's why we tune in. We tune in to see guys that are dynamic. We tune in for the speed. We tune in for the knowledge of the striking game, the ability to set traps, the ability to find the jab, the ability to find the right hand, the right kick, the left kick, the knees, the elbows. He truly uses every weapon that he has in his arsenal to try and finish his opponents. You make one mistake, night's over. You cannot make mistakes against a guy that has the striking acumen of this guy right here.
And the jab is not as underutilized a weapon as it was in MMA, say 5 or 7 years ago, but he's got as good a jab as anyone in the business, and that is where all of his striking flows off of. We'll see how it goes for him in this matchup tonight. All right, so here he is, one of the better offensive takedown guys we have in the UFC, DC, and if anyone is well-equipped to speak to this, it is you. The opponent knows what's coming. At least to this point in the UFC, no one's been able to stop.
He just has to keep him away, because the moment this guy gets close enough to either grab a leg or make body contact, now you're in trouble. He has a knowledge and an understanding of position from a lifetime of just all grappling, judo, wrestling, sambo. He does it all, and he has just so many ways to get you to the floor. This guy once told me that if he can get your leg, he's going to finish. Because he's going to give you so many things to think about, you will not be able to process and keep up with him, and eventually you're on the mat. It's unbelievable to watch him apply that knowledge to the mixed martial arts fights.
And as the wrestlers say, this is not a guy you want anywhere near your bracket.
No, you don't want him in the bracket.
Ladies and gentlemen, this fight is 3 rounds in the UFC light heavyweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, a kickboxer holding a professional record of 30 wins, 6 losses, and 1 draw. He stands 6 feet 3 inches tall, weighing in at 205 pounds. Fighting out of Brno, Czech Republic, Yuri And now introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, a jiu-jitsu fighter holding a professional record of 12 wins, no losses. He stands 6 feet tall, weighing in at 205 pounds. Fighting out of Toronto, Ontario, Canada, Davies. And when the action begins, our referee in charge of the octagon is Dan Mergliotta.
Dan Mergliotta.
You ready? You ready?
After a big win by submission his last time out, we'll see what he does for an encore here tonight. Huge victory his last time out against a high-level opponent. Now, an even higher-ranked opponent stares in front of him. The octagon door is closed. We'll see if he can extend the winning streak. Oh!
What a fantastic strike to throw at you.
Oh!
Oh! Nice high kick.
Oh!
He's in trouble. He's hurt bad.
Oh! Oh, big combination of ground and pound strikes here, DC. This could be the beginning of the end.
I mean, you got to be very careful when you take these big ground and pound strikes. You need a controlled posture on the bottom, and if you're the top guy, the guy that's looking to finish, continue to gain posture and rain down big strikes on your opponent. Nice, sneaky head kick.
Oh! Oh!
He loaded up there on that high kick.
Oh! Huge right hand! All right, stacking him up here, keeping the pressure on. I know you guys do a lot of this training with your jiu-jitsu.
Oh my goodness, his opponent reverses the position into seated top control.
Having a little picnic sitting on his opponent's midsection now. Maybe he can isolate a leg.
Oh, wow.
Oh, look at that, DC.
This guy got to the position he needed. He's got the leg straight. He's chasing the finish.
All right, Dom, wow. Potentially working on a leg attack here, DC.
It looks like he's attacking a heel hook. Oh, nice.
Come on, you gotta get out of there. Oh, we're getting a finish here. And this might just be a matter of time. And that will do it. Let's take a look back at the replay as he gets it done by submission tonight, champ.
He was able to get the fight to the ground exactly where he wanted it. Eventually, his opponent gave him an opportunity to get a submission. He did that, and he should be very proud of the work he did tonight in the octagon.
So there he is, your winner by submission, and that's exactly how you put the rest of this division on notice. Looks like this guy could be a factor moving forward in this division.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Dan Mergliotta is going to stop to this contest at 3 minutes, 53 seconds of the very first round. For the winner by submission, Davies!
Well, what an incredible result here tonight as you see the winner there celebrating his victory by way of submission, and they put so much stock into finishing this fight. They felt like to really spin his career forward, they needed to not just win, but get the finish, and they certainly got it tonight.
They got the finish. He's such a terrific grappler. Every time he is on his back, he looks for submissions over and over again. Eventually, he found one tonight and got the desired result.
All right, coming up next, it's a UFC light heavyweight division collision. Well, DC, this is a true mixed martial artist of the highest order. You've watched the film. Hard for me to see much in terms of glaring weaknesses, and he believes he can react to anything that is thrown his way inside that octagon.
It's unbelievable because whenever you're trying to prepare for someone, you look for weaknesses. But when you watch this guy, nothing jumps off the page. When you think I have to go wrestle him, you realize very quickly that not only can he defend takedowns, he can also go and secure them himself. He's that new breed of fighter that has been doing every discipline from the very start of his career. You know you're looking at a guy that will contend for a championship.
And if our fighter meeting on Thursday is any indication, confidence, not an issue for this young man coming in here tonight. Well, this dude is a submission magician. I am very thankful I am not fighting him here tonight, and it's really a case of pick your poison. He has so many different chokes in his arsenal and has been a master of getting these fights exactly where he wants them.
There are black belts, there are guys like this who can do jiu-jitsu at a level that not many people, regardless of the time spent, can truly get to. His understanding of position is truly unbelievable. He always has the frame. The moment you start to press into him, he's always underhooking, always looking for the next escape route, but not to get back to his feet.
Right.
He wants to go from bottom to top. If he's in the top position, you are constantly in danger. Don't think he can't submit you from the bottom.
Right.
But his position of choice will always be in the top position, sitting in that beautiful half guard.
Yeah, his striking also has improved a lot, but no secret as to what he'll be trying to do in this matchup tonight.
Ladies and gentlemen, this fight is 3 rounds in the UFC light heavyweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, a mixed martial artist holding a professional record of 34 wins, 9 losses. He stands 6 feet 2 inches tall, weighing in at 205 pounds. Clover Teixeira! And now introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner. This man is a jiu-jitsu fighter holding a professional record of 13 wins, no losses. He stands 6 feet tall, weighing in at 205 pounds. Fighting out of Toronto, Ontario, Canada, Davies. And when the action begins, our referee in charge, Herb Dean.
Herb Dean, our referee for this one.
Ready. Ready to fight.
So on the strength of a big win by submission his last time out, we'll see if this young man can keep it going here. Oh, an even arm roll right into a heel hook attempt, or so it looks. Man, this is flashy, but certainly effective here tonight. Let's see if he can close the show from here. He might get a finish here.
Notice that the knee is bent. A lot of the pressure is going to be on his opponent's knee as he tries to finish.
And there's the tap and a violent one at that, and you get a false sense of security messing around with this guy on the ground. He's got submissions from everywhere, goes to the heel hook well tonight.
Beautiful finish by this jiu-jitsu ace. He went right from the top position into that heel hook and got the finish. Over! Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness, what a fight.
Yeah, that's how you get it done, locking up the leg for the submission win here tonight. And he was really deceptive in terms of the way he trapped the opponent's leg. Nothing telegraphed about his transitions on the ground. That is a huge win that he gets by tap out here tonight. All right, let's take a look back at the replay as he gets it done by submission tonight, champ.
I mean, you know, this guy has such a great submission game that you cannot lay in his guard. He's so skilled. He's so tricky. He's so good at weaving a web that gets you lost in it that he made him pay for it tonight and got the submission victory.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Herb Dean has called a stop to this contest at 1 minute of the very first round, declaring the winner by tap out due to a heel hook, Davies.
Well, Well, the celebration is on in his corner, and hard to blame these guys, sort of waiting to exhale, get a huge win tonight, and not just the win, but they get it by submission.
They knew what they had in front of them. They knew how tough a competitor his opponent was, but they also knew that if they could get this fight to the ground, they could find a submission. They found a submission. He got his hand raised in the way that he loves the most.
Coming up next, it's a UFC light heavyweight division collision. All right, so here he is, one of the more prolific takedown artists in the UFC at present. And when you get some praise from Daniel Cormier when it comes to your offensive takedown game, you know you're doing something right.
And we talk about wrestlers and judo players and grapplers, but this guy just combines all of that. He is able to use foot sweeps from the grappling game. He is able to use throws from judo, and he's able to use wrestling from the wrestling game to take people down. He has an array of takedowns at his disposal, and he uses every single one of them. From the speed of the level change to the timing to the knowledge of where to go next when the guy starts to defend, he's truly, truly something special.
I don't think he could take you down, but tonight he doesn't have to. So
he does not
in this matchup, prevailing wisdom is he'll be able to get this fight to the canvas. Well, this young man is a really accomplished submission specialist, and sometimes fighters get offended when you call them a specialist, but most people know what he's trying to do in there, and to this point, no one's really been able to stop him.
John, he will try to pull guard. Who pulls guard anymore in the UFC at this point? But he understands that for him to be successful, the fight has to be in the grappling, in the jiu-jitsu. If he's able to extend these jiu-jitsu exchanges, he is the guy that is generally going to win. He understands position. He understands going from point A to point B. He always is the one controlling the underhook. Always has the frame. Just a knowledge of jiu-jitsu that not many people can match. And you can be sure as he makes this walk tonight, he's thinking about just how quickly he can get this fight to the ground and utilize those aforementioned high-level submission skills. And now our tale of the tape for this light heavyweight fight. So these fighters are just a year apart, with some differences in height and a similar reach. All right, now for the official introductions, we go inside the octagon where we find
3 rounds in the UFC light heavyweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. This man is a mixed martial artist, holding a professional record of 17 wins, 3 losses. He stands 6 feet 3 inches tall, weighing in at 205 pounds. Fighting out of Makhachkala, Russia, Magomed Ankalaev. And now introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner. This man is a jiu-jitsu fighter, holding a professional record of 14 wins, no losses. He stands 6 feet tall, weighing in at 205 pounds. Fighting out of Toronto, Ontario, Canada, Davies. And when the action begins, our referee in charge, Herb Dean.
The veteran Herb Dean draws the assignment here.
Ready.
All right, round 1 is underway. We'll see if he can continue what is one of the most impressive winning streaks by submission this division has ever seen. He comes in tonight having won his last 3. Oh!
Oh, that jab hurt him.
Oh, he might be out. Wow! His opponent squirming like a fish out of water now. The ground and pound is on point. This could very well be the beginning of the end.
This could be the beginning of the end. We've seen some real...
That's it. And that's going to do it.
He got him.
Yeah, we're just getting going, and now the fight's over, but excellent striking technique to land that shot and ultimately finish the fight here in the first. You've heard us say it before, but sometimes when you catch a guy cold before he's had a chance to get going in the fight, it can have a bigger effect. It certainly did here tonight. Well, we now go inside the octagon. Bruce Buffer has the official decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Herb Dean is going to stop to this contest at 47 seconds in the very first round. Declaring the winner by knockout, Jamie!
Well, he's smiling ear to ear, and why not after a knockout like that? I need a ticket to the after party tonight.
I mean, this is what dreams are made of. You dream of the knockout like this, and then the party after, where you and all your coaches get to celebrate the great handiwork.